random stuff, because you don't have just a general brand in the marketplace on a very specific thing. Think Dell computers. Dell computers, they don't sell bread, they don't sell crackers, they sell Dell computers. So, think that when it comes to establishing a presence. And then very last is to be very successful with this is to definitely have a positive feedback, like I mentioned earlier, on eBay. And to do that, having a feedback of 10 to 20 is ideal for, before you sell anything, because people want to see that you have some kind of traction with a history on eBay. So to do that, simply purchase cheap products on eBay and ask for positive feedback. And if you have friends or family on eBay, you can have them purchase an item or two and give you feedback as well. So, even if when you list a magical ring, you could have them help bid up the item, and once the item's high, make sure they're the winning bidder, and then when they win, have them lead positive feedback and say, this ring was very spiritual. This person said everything that this person said was 100% true. I'm definitely a long-term customer for life. When you have friends or family leaving feedback like that, that's only in your benefit. And when you're hearing more about this blueprint, you're probably thinking, well, this is more and more unethical as we go, and it's not unethical. This could be a little controversial on the type of techniques that you can use for this, but this is just it's another quick money blueprint. If you don't like it, there's a whole lot of other blueprints that I offer you inside the club. So just take that with a grain of salt, I guess, and if you really think this would be fun, get into it, because it is a lot of fun and there's a whole lot of money to be made doing it. So let's just go back. Now, we got through the quick money blueprint. You can stop the video now if you'd like, but I'm just going to go through and kind of like a little after hours session people would do in like a seminar. I want to go through and just do some more searches and see what else is out there and just talk about the items. So, we're looking at rings and we're looking at prices, and if we just scroll down, I'm just kind of curious what other kind of rings are out there, and you can see a lot of these, they all have buy it nows, and the reason why people do buy it nows is because they just try to flat out get that price for it. And to see if it's working for them or not, go and see if they have other auctions, and you can actually view their other completed auctions, and you can see if they have had success in the past with buy it nows. And a lot of these are the buy it nows, but the ones with the bids, like, oh my gosh, haunted ring, female Digen, I really don't understand what that word is, but you might want to look it up. It might be something really powerful for you to have in your auction. Genie, it's loyal and beautiful. So 17 bids, this is almost up to $400, people. $400 for this ring. And if you look at the ring, these rings that have like these guys, this person has an awful code that has all this stuff coming down. But this ring, anything that has jewels or things like that in it are amazing, because then when you take pictures, you can have like a really cool light coming off of the jewel itself, and it just adds more effect to what it is that you have. So if we scroll down and look more here, okay, it looks like this. They're saying this ring is actually from a genie. They're saying this is the genie. This looks like a porn star. It looks like a porn star with glitter on it, but people are believing it. I don't know why, but if you scroll down, they have more pictures about the ring. Here's a story about the ring. And you can see these stories are really long and drawn out. There's a reason for that, because they're trying to really, again, paint the perfect picture for you. And, okay, why purchase from this person? And then it tells you why to purchase from them. And if you like any of these descriptions that come up, by all means, copy them, put them in Notepad or WordPad, and then change them around to fit more along the lines of what you'd like to have your presence as on eBay. So, that's all this auction was, which is incredible. And just to see there's this many people bidding on it right now, this is showing you real, true, live statistics that you can make a lot of money really quick, and that's just one ring. Can you imagine for a second if you let's say you only wanted to list, let's say 20 or let's say 10 items a week. That's just 10 little rings, okay? And you can buy these in like a pallet again of 40 and 50 and 100 rings if you like. If you sold 10 rings and you profited, you see some of these are like 370. You saw the ones that were ending the soonest were like $200 and $190 and $89. Let's say the average profit is just $150, which that is very conservative. You can make $1,500 a week just by buying junk little rings that are costume jewelry and turning around, putting a nice description with them, and a nice story, and you can turn around and be making this kind of money a week. That's $1,500, and you take that times 4. That's $6,000 in a month that you can make just by selling all the supernatural stuff, and that is just rings. All right. Now, if you go up to the very top of eBay, and we're in metaphysical, you can type in something like skull. There are so many places that you can get skulls like really cheap because they're like crystal skulls or quartz skulls, or you can see here we go, quartz skull, and these ones people really don't have stories behind them, but that is huge for you because you can buy these skulls for really cheap. If you just gotta find the right ones, and when you buy them for really cheap, you can turn around and put an amazing story with a skull. And I mean, that is just, it's a gold mine to actually put a story behind that, because then you can say that it was used for spiritual use and rituals and all kinds of stuff. I was trying to find some, I couldn't really find any here, but that's just with skulls. And any kind of jewelry. Look at this, spells. You don't even have to buy anything. You could just write a spell out on paper with a crayon and sell it on eBay if you like. And I mean, it sounds crazy, but people are actually doing it. And if we scroll down, again, these are all buy it now auctions, but I can guarantee you when you see a buy it now auction, people are paying for these extra things like highlighting and stuff. They're selling because I mean, it's not cheap to put all these extra features, especially even doing a buy it now price. So go through and look and see what these people are doing with their buy it nows, and see what their other auctions are, because you'd be surprised what type of things people are actually selling and what they're selling the most of. But if we went through here on all spells, you saw there wasn't a whole lot of people that were there weren't a lot of open bid auctions, so it was kind of harder to do your spying to see what's working and what's not. So if you start with rings, that's going to be your best bet because it's easy. There's rings everywhere. You can get them at any costume jewelry store or even on eBay, and just get out there and start making a lot of money. So that's all there is to this quick money blueprint with magical auctions. It's just there's just a ton of money to be made. I made tens of thousands of dollars, to be 100% honest, selling magical items on eBay over the past few years. I haven't made it my primary job because what I like to do is when I come across these fun little ways to make money, either it was from my aunt or my uncle or anybody that brought an idea to my attention, I try to see if it works, and then once it works, I make my blueprint and all my notes of this worked. This is a great way to make money, and if for any reason I ever need to make some quick money, I pull out any of my blueprints that I feel like doing for that week, and I start making money. And this is just one blueprint you can add to your arsenal where you can start making money right away on the internet. So I hope you enjoyed this quick money blueprint. There's going to be plenty more to come. I don't release as many blueprints in the club as I do all the other items every month because they're very high powered. Each one of these blueprints alone are worth well over $97 in and of themselves. They can be standalone products, but as a club member, you have access to everything. You have access to all my blueprints that are to come and all my other video tutorials. So thank you again very much for your time, and I look forward to teaching you my next quick money blueprint inside the club.